Hello, my name is Viviana Alvarado Pacheco. I am the Senior Research and Policy Manager here at the Women's Fund of Miami-Dade. I started with the Women's Fund back in 2019. I started as an intern, and the Women's Fund was the first organization to really open the doors for me and give me the opportunity to start developing my professional career. I was coming back from having graduated with my master's in international affairs from the American University of Paris and really looking to dive into more gender equity work. I searched for organizations working in gender equity in Miami-Dade and stumbled upon, thankfully, to the Women's Fund. After interning with the Women's Fund, I started as a full-time employee at the beginning of 2020. And from there, I had the luck, maybe not necessarily the misfortune, of working with the organization during the pandemic. It was really lucky that I got because I was able to have some stability in my life with this work. And going through all of that, there were some challenges, a lot of challenges that we had to go through. So all of 2020 was extremely challenging, not only professionally, but also for the organization. And it's been amazing to see all of the work that we have been able to put since then. I started as a program coordinator, and I'm currently Senior Research and Policy Manager. So it's been amazing to grow with such a fantastic organization. Back in 2021, we also started a research program, which is what I lead. And I've had the incredible opportunity to work with not only all of my colleagues, but to work with Dr. Maria Alteva, who's been such an amazing mentor in this journey towards being a better researcher, towards learning all of these things that I just didn't know, but I was so passionate and interested in. And from there, we've been able to do the first ever landscape of organizations serving women and girls. We developed 2 reports on it, really diving deep into what are the challenges, what are the financial constraints, capacities of these organizations that oftentimes are very small, and also looking at what are their successes. From starting with the landscape report, we moved on to doing the gender equity dashboard. The Gender Equity Dashboard is a community tool that collects gender data on different metrics that provide a glimpse into the status of women and girls in Miami-Dade County. We've been collecting data starting from 24 metrics and have grown it to over 100 metrics right now. It's based on our 4 pillars. So you're going to have an economic mobility section, a leadership section, health and well-being, and a freedom from violence. And each includes specific metrics to that pillar. We wanted to create a tool that makes data available, accessible, free to use for anybody who is interested in learning more or even just having that information at their fingertips. We're always looking to improve it, so we're working really hard on always adding more metrics, but also making it a user-friendly experience. The dashboard has been an amazing tool for us to develop and for me to learn how to develop as well. I've had to acquire a lot of technical and IT skills that I didn't even think that I needed. And overall, just sharing it with the community and seeing how they're using it has been extremely gratifying. And most recently, we launched our Gender Equity Index. A gender equity index is a measurement of gender equity in our community. It is based on our 4 pillars. So really, we chose very strategically key metrics for each pillar that really symbolize how well or not well women and girls are doing in those for those issue areas. We have economic mobility, really focusing on labor force participation, the pay gap, poverty, um, having a bachelor's degree or higher. For leadership, we looked at voting, voting turnout, voting registration, as well as the percentage of women elected into office. For health and well-being, we measured maternal health. We looked at access to health insurance, as well as infant mortality and pregnancy rates, or teen pregnancy rates. And then from freedom from violence, which has been the most difficult to find some data on, our focus has been domestic violence, sexual violence, as well as overall crime and human trafficking. With that gathered information, we were able to have an overall score. And this overall score is measured for the past 12 years, so gathering data from 2010 all the way to 2022. The GEI is a tool that we, and by we I mean the entire community, can use to really put a thumbprint into how well women and girls are doing. Are we making any progress towards gender equity? If we're not, where are the gaps and needs towards making that progress? And really shaping that into numbers, tangible things that people can grasp. Yes, this is getting better. We're getting into the green zone, or we're stuck in the yellow zone, I think is an amazing way for the public and the community to grasp how much progress we really need to be making. The Women's Fund is so much more than an organization to me. It is a movement. It is the progress that we need to make and how we can make women and girls visible in our community. We have been around for over 3 decades, really putting women and girls at the forefront, because so much of the other progress that is made doesn't necessarily do that. And it is so important to the work that I want to dedicate my life to. I don't think that we will be a better society, we will be a better world without reaching gender equity. And to be a part of this organization that leads in that movement is extremely special, gratifying. I feel so fortunate to have this opportunity. I've been able to just work with really amazing people, learn so much about all of the work that goes on in the community, work with people that have these same ideals and that really want to make a better world. People who are dreamers on what that can really look like. And I'm just so very fortunate to be a part of that group. I see the work of the Women's Fund really being a game changer in how Miami-Dade is a model for the rest of the country, and how we can make sure to advance gender equity from a research and data lens, from an education and awareness component, from a collective solution aspect, and have them be really at the forefront of what it means for a county, for a community to come together and make equity in gender, in race, and ethnicity happen. I strongly believe that Miami-Dade County, with such a diverse culture, languages, people, ethnicities, has the potential to be an example for other counties, for other cities in the US. Really, and having the Women's Fund at its side to create that change and to be that model is going to be life-changing. We're just trying to create a world where power and possibility are not limited by gender. Thank you.